Big news overnight. It's Juan Soto for a mere $765 million going to the Mets. Shohei Otani, $700 million. Mike Trout, $426.5. Mookie Betts, $365. Aaron Judge, $360. Manny Machado, $350. Francisco Lindor, $341. Fernando Tatis, $340. Bryce Harper is $330. Kids, the heck with school. Go out and play baseball. Remember when I was told, by a former general manager, said, Soto is going to get more money than Shohei Otani. And I remember having Jeff Passan on, who does a wonderful job, and he goes, no, he's not going to make more. I said, are you kidding? I mean, it sounds like he's going to get $700 million. And then all of a sudden I'm watching the price tag, and it continues to go up. And then all of a sudden it's like, how many years? Like 15 years. 15 years for $765 million. If I said you can have Shohei Otani right now, or you can have Juan Soto, is it even a debate? Now, Soto is 26. I think he's 4 years younger than Otani. And I know I sound like the old school guy. I would think for that amount of money, you got somebody that you are going to go out of your way. You're going to want to watch them. You're going to want to go see them. Now, if I'm a Mets fan, I don't care. Although you are going to pick up some of the tab here with Steve Cohen. He's not taking on all of this. I'm going to guess ticket prices, concessions, everything is going to go up a little bit. But if you're a Mets fan, you're like, yeah, we'll take him. Now, you need some pitching, but you got Juan Soto, and he's a guy that you can plug in 40 home runs, 120 RBIs, and, he'll play decent defense. But you're not bringing him in for that. I mean, he's really one-dimensional. He's just a great hitter. But with Otani, I get the unicorn. I get somebody who's going to be pitching next year, also hitting. We saw what he did when he went 50-50. And I get an entire market. I get worldwide with him, certainly with the Japanese market. And I think they were averaging 15 million people watching the World Series. Like, I get that. I get somebody. And by all accounts, seems likable, presentable, and you're playing with the Dodgers. You're in Los Angeles. But Juan Soto, When's the last time you went? Did you see Soto last night? And I don't know if that matters, but it does to me. If my owner is paying that kind of money, what are we getting? And I don't know what you're getting other than he's been on, 3 teams now? 4. This will be his 4th team. But he's got a 15-year deal for $765 million. And it's not deferred. He didn't do the Otani bargain stuff. Not Scott Boras. We'd like our money now, please. Okay. Yes, Paul.
Can you make the case, though, that Steve Cohen, the Mets owner, is the perfect owner to have? He doesn't care about the finances, it appears. He's spending his own money almost maybe too much. 2 years ago, remember, he had that big lineup and it didn't work out. But he tried.
But he said he wasn't going to do that again. And then it felt like they went back to just being a regular baseball team. And then they played well this year. And then all of a sudden it's like, we played really well. Let's go back and start spending again. Billionaires don't have patience. And I'm sure he's like, well, I usually buy my way out of things. All right, here's a big ticket item and you got him. Juan Soto. 15 years. I may not be alive when this contract's over.
Poll question, possible poll question. Which ends first?
Me
or Juan Soto's Mets career? We'll revisit that.
I don't think he'll spend his entire career with the Mets. Just saying. I've been around a long time. No. That's an eternity. That's 15 years. What could go wrong? And then you have to go, well, how many World Series do they have to win? Well, they have to win one. Just one. You win one. Mets fans will be like, all right, you know what? We can ride that one for a little while. And you take him away from the Yankees. I understand that part of the process as well. But you're still going against the Dodgers in the National League. And the Dodgers won't stop. They will continue to spend. Yes, Paulie.
You could almost make the case that even if Otani, let's say hypothetically, he doesn't pitch again or doesn't pitch a lot, his hitting is it's improving as he gets to 29-30. 54 homers, 310, and all the steals. Like, just as a hitter, he's a better hitter than Soto.
Yeah, I mean, he's the unicorn. There's no one like him. That's why whatever they were going to pay, he was probably going to be worth it. And in that market, and they just won the World Series. Now he gets to pitch. Even if he doesn't pitch well, or maybe he doesn't pitch after this year, maybe they decide to just make him a hitter. I'd rather have him as a hitter than I would Juan Soto as a hitter. And Otani also gives you 50 stolen bases. He's going to hit, 45 home runs. But the Mets made the big splash. I don't think anybody's surprised here. I know that the Red Sox were involved. The Red Sox have some real good prospects. They're just not ready to win now. I thought that maybe the Giants or the Blue Jays would get involved in this. And a lot of times what happens with Scott Boras is, you're trying to drum up interest. And then sometimes you'll mention a team, even though that team's probably not going to be in it. Dodgers, I don't know how competitive their offer was. But as I said, when this happened, he'd go to the highest bidder. That's exactly what happened. All righty. Some phone calls here. And let's do our one poll question. Who had the best weekend? Any other names we want to put in? Because right now, Bryce Young, Sam Darnold. Yes, Paulie?
Dabo Swinney of Clemson, considering how the season started?
Sure.
He was irrelevant in September.
Oh, I know. And he collected receipts. He was like, everybody wrote us off. Yeah, we did. We did. When you played somebody really good, we wrote you off. We did. You got through the ACC, and you beat a good SMU team. So, you can take the victory lap. You can do your Mick Jagger, peacock or whatever that strut is that he has. Yes.
Should I not put Juan Soto on that list?
I think he had a good weekend.
I think he did. I mean,
yeah.
He just basically became a billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, after taxes, though.
I mean, New York's expensive.
Yeah. What does Scott Boras, does he get
5%?
I don't know if it's 5.
It might be 3 these days.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a realtor?
Well, it might be, it gets to a certain level. Like you get 5%, then it goes 4%, 3%. Maybe there's escalating clauses there for him. Yes, Todd?
I don't care how rich an owner is in baseball. How do you justify that amount? It's not like the quarterback of a football team. It's not like a Michael Jordan where you're one of 5 players that one person can possibly carry a team to a championship. So how do you add that up? Not to mention what it's going to cost for, what you were saying, food and parking and souvenirs.
He doesn't care. He wants to be a hero. He's probably never picked up a baseball bat in his life. Probably didn't get picked for Little League. He gets his chance to be a star. Like he's a billionaire. There's a lot of billionaires. A lot of them. But when you own a team, it's different. Then people listen to what you have to say. Oh, he's the owner of the Mets. Oh, he's the owner of the Jaguars. By the way.
Here it comes.
God, that was the Titans-Jags. That was tough. I would rather have just watched nothing than watch that. I would rather have just sat quietly and not watched. But I did watch because I was fascinated with just how bad it was. Yes, Marvin.
And can you believe that used to be the Thursday night game 8 times a year? Titans-Jaguars, 16-11 score.
And who knew that they played 5 times a year? It'd be like, guys, you got to play again. Wait, we just played them. I'm sorry. You got to play again. But if you go back, it was 24 years ago. Alex Rodriguez signed for $250 million with the Rangers.
Also Scott Boras, by the way.
Yes, indeed. Shohei Otani, $700 million, now $765. Wow. But it's not like salaries are escalating, because in football, the quarterback, it's escalating. Wide receivers escalating. They all continue to go up. This is just an aberration. It's like, okay, you had Otani and you had Juan Soto. Who is the next player where you go, did you hear what he signed for? Like Paul Skeens is not going to sign for $500 million. Certainly not with the Pirates. Yes, Eaton.
How many football players can you add up into this one contract for Juan Soto?
So what can I get for Juan Soto in the NFL?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can get the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. Still wouldn't add up to that one contract.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Do you take Mahomes, even though he cost that's $500 million of the $765? Or do I go, no, we're going to take, bargain basement here in certain categories here? You could get Justin Jefferson. You get T.J. Watt.
Easy.
You get Saquon Barkley.
Easy.
Who else? Travis Kelce. Then I get Taylor Swift.
And or you could get a guy who's going to bat 4 times a day.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
And I can choose not to pitch to him.
right. And then somebody just pitches and walks around.
Yeah. I just go, hey, we're not throwing to you today. Okay. Yes, Mark.
7 out of those 10 times, he's going to strike out.
Yeah, that's true.
$765 million.
And be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yes.